Almost 200 years ago, walking these very paths in the England countryside, as on the banks of Mount near his home, Charles Darwin developed his groundbreaking ideas about evolution, cast a new light on the natural world, and opened our eyes to its true wonder. Since then, we've explored almost every part of the planet, and seen nature in its astounding variety, but there's still much to discover. In this new series of Earth, reach out to the most astonishing wild places, see mysterious creatures, witness spectacular wonders, and reveal breathtaking animal dramas. The natural world continues to surprise us. But since Darwin's time, it has changed beyond recognition, transformed by a powerful force, us. We will see how animals are adapting and showing ways to survive the new challenges they face. In this crucial time of history, we must look at the world through a new lens. This is Earth, our future. Our planet is full of wonders. And within these places, are some most extraordinary plants and animals that thrive here for life. Even so, some battles reign supreme. And the animals have to quickly adapt to live in a world of extremes. From mountain summits to scorching deserts to polar tundras, these places are rarely visited, but he wants to survive here with so much resilience, especially adapted here for life on Earth. And here, life is on a knife's edge. The temperate forests of eastern North America. It might seem abandoned, but there's life here. A hungry red fox. To our ears, it's silent. Not to his. The snow caves of the meadow voles. Voles live less than a year, so they can't afford to waste most of their lives in hibernation. Winter is business as usual, gathering food. Maintaining nest. Including tunnels, the highways under the snow. It's all vital housekeeping, but it gives them away. The voles heard the fox getting airborne and a split second to escape. Hunters usually know that easy is the snowy conditions, and it proved to be quite challenging to getting food. Yellowstone, one of the most important national parks, also home to the most extreme places, such as a harsh winter. Millions of snow fall each year, creating a cold climate. But some special events also taking place during the winter time. geysers. This is Old Faithful, one of the most icons of Yellowstone. It produces heights of boiling waters up to 9 meters. It also liquefies the ground with pots of boiling mud. And thanks to its underground heating, this provides a lifeline for some. River otters. They need a constant supply of food in order to keep warm in these freezing temperatures. And this close-knit family know exactly where to go. The springs are so hot that the rivers never freeze, even in the coldest winters. So that the family can fish the year round. Trouble. This county knows that in the middle of winter, thermal rivers mean otters. And when there's otters, there's fish. The question is how to steal the catch. President Adele is pretend you're not interested and hope that when you're close enough for catching one raid. It seems that it's cool under far otters, kind of wet, and not so wily coyote. The Arctic is one of the most harsh places on Earth due to its landscape covered with snow and ice. In late February, the sun is slowly beginning to straighten, when its rays still begin to show above the horizon. In such frigid conditions, there's little to eat, and most animals retreat southwards or shut down altogether. A lynx, the most northerly cat in the world. It's well protected from the cold, so it doesn't retreat. But it may have to travel huge distances to find food. One was even recorded like more than 3,000 kilometers in just 1 year. Further than anyone thought possible. This cat was entirely on just one kind of prey. Right now, there are very few around. Snowshoe hares. Spotted ones only half the challenge. Lynx need to eat every few days, so its search never ends. He's in luck. He has detected another scent. The hare holds its nerve and trusts its camouflage. The lynx cannot pace its prey after a long run, so it needs to get close. a meal at last. So much has changed in the Arctic each year. For one thing, it's become a path of ice. It's now slowly becoming an ocean with very little ice due to global warming. To survive in a shifting world, life must move with it. This year publics hard chance each year they can't keep to a limited territory. Instead, he must roam hundreds of kilometers in search for seals. But every summer, as the sea ice begins to melt, he can spend less time walking and more time swimming. Now, up to 8 hours a day. He can smell prey from 30 kilometers away. So he knows that the spirited seal is nearby. The seal is unaware of the danger, and the bear is to keep it that way. The success rate of hunting in the water is very low. Maybe third time we'll be lucky. This young bear, he has to master the art of stalking from the sea. But it's important that he does. He has to learn more of it each year. Our climate is warming. And no one is having a greater effect than the Arctic. This year, the temperature climbs to a staggering 38 degrees Celsius, melting sea ice faster than ever. And one Arctic animal is affected more than most. To feed, also the combination of a shallow seabed, abundant clams, and sea flows on which to rest on. But now there are fewer places to go. Making every summer more difficult than the last. Especially for a new mother. Three days ago, she had to leave the herd to give birth on her own. And since then, she hasn't left her calf's side. Nursing mothers need nearly twice as much food, but they can't leave the cows while they themselves feed. She was going to search for others to help care for her young. New rewards are on display from day one. But it's not yet starting off for a long journey. So, for his first one, he hitches a ride. With fewer ice floes each year, must move further to find help. And until then, his mother can't feed. Even when they do find others, the ice must be low enough for the calf to climb out. Too high. This looks just right. But with suitable ice in short supply, space is very limited. It's not the welcome they needed. Even when there's enough ice, without anyone to help, she's unable to feed and must stay with her calf. The search must go on. The calf will depend on her for the next 3 years. Wherever she goes, they will go together. In the next decade, the summer sea ice could disappear altogether. If that happens, even for the artist's most seasonal travelers, there may be nowhere left to go. The stability for life on our planet should consider conditions between different habitats, adjust into cold climates. Water evaporating from the seas eventually form clouds, and then the leaves drop back to the ground as fresh water called rain. but they're not evenly spread all over the land, still making life quite difficult. Still, something has fallen, but how much is what a difficult question to answer. This vast salt pan in Africa is all that remains of an ancient lake. It's totally waterless and oven hot. Few places on the land are hostile to life. Few tracks cross it, made by animals searching unsuccessfully for water. But occasionally, this whole landscape is transformed. A huge deluge drenches the salt pan.